Alright, back with another Blind League match. Let's see if we can get it. This hand looks pretty good. I haven't made changes to this list yet, but I'm planning on making a couple of changes based on how I'm seeing the meta evolve. Just a little bit more cheap interaction in the sideboard. Not really relevant for this game. Yeah, seems decent. Next turn we'll fetch and play Baleful Strix. Misty. This could be Lance. Looks like lands. They don't have a ton of spells that matter. Exploration is one of them. I'm kind of hesitant to get a basic here because of Ghost Quarter. Port also is good against basics, so it's fine. Nice. We can put this basic back into our deck. We're going to want this, so it's all good. Dark Depths, okay. If they don't port me, I'm not going to play my Snapcaster. To play around crop rotation. This looks like a crop rotation. And they're going to be way down on resources here. Yeah, that was a pretty good exchange for us. And whatever they target, I'm just gonna I'm gonna use it to ponder. The hand is like passable. But the reason I'm doing this rather than waiting is just to punished. In case I draw a second cantrip. Okay. Yeah, I want this Force of Will. I want that land. So let's go. And then Dak is likely just going to steal Mox Diamond to make sure our mana is good, and our opponent's mana will be terrible. That's fine. Also fine. Give me Mox Diamond. Yeah, this is pretty typical of how the lands matchup plays out. Not so much in game one, but in general, you answer their Merit Lage, and then your mana is fixed by Dak stealing Mox Diamonds, and you end up like pretty far ahead most of the time. Alright, we want Spell Bomb, we want Pulse. Cards we're interested in. So you want some cheap interaction, so that's why I like Spell Pierce, because you can tag like early chokes and do crop rotations and stuff. Another answer to Merit Lage. This is an answer to Merit Lage. You can kill the Thespian stage after it's become a Dark Depths since triggers on the stack. You want Grave Hate to deal with Loam and Punishing Fire. This rebuys lands and also gains 6 life. Gaining 6 life is actually fairly relevant against the deck that is trying to kill you basically with a 20 shot. It means that they have to attack twice instead of just once. Cards that we're not super interested in, or I'm not super interested in. There's actually a lot. I don't care for any of the discard spells. Liliana, I guess, answers. Maybe I don't want Liliana. I just bring in both Rise Falls, something like this. So these answer Merit Lage if you get to block with a Strix or something. So the Punishing Fires are not exciting. I keep one in as an engine for DAC, and also sometimes they bring in like Tireless Tracker or stuff like that. Fatal Push, similarly, we don't want like much for removal. The discard spells are pretty bad, and Liliana is just so slow. Her plus is basically useless, so she's just an Edict machine at sorcery speed, which means Rise-Fall does the same thing but better and is blue. Or not better, but cheaper. Huh. This hand is okay. It's not exciting. It is a one-lander, which is risky against lands, but it has 2 Force of Wills, and they do have a small number of relevant spells. So we can counter like their explorations and stuff. It's really, really tempting to counter a Mox Diamond if they lead on port, but I'm not going to. We'll get a basic play around Life from the Loam or additional Wastelands. And what we're really interested in here is DAC to steal this diamond. Spellbomb is good, but without lands, I don't think that's a good call. Okay, nothing we can say about that. Let's brainstorm first. Probably going to throw back at least 1 Force of Will. That's not bad. They could easily have a Cycler here, which would be kind of a blowout. Yeah. Let's see. It would be nice to draw a lot of things. Glad we kept 1 Force at least. So DAC would be a pretty good draw here. We could steal Diamond. That's an interesting draw. Let's get another basic. Ponder. DAC is great. Jace is great. So here, as long as we don't get like ghost quartered or double ported or something like that, we're in okay shape. Or choked. Another choke would be pretty annoying. I'm not sure exactly what this is. Probably long. No. There's some sort of color, and it's 2 mana. Okay, that's fine. Wasteland is also fine. Because they have Wastelands, I'm going to get a Volcanic here. Because I actually want Badlands to play around Choke, but they'll just waste whatever this first land is. So let's get this and this. They luckily did not find an punishing fire. They had a punishing fire. Okay, so we would really this turn like to find a snapcaster or a surgical. Alright, let's just get rid of that right now. They have a blast zone in their deck that they can find. Oh, they don't have any crop rotations left. I guess they only had the one. It's good to know that they don't have crop rotations. They have 3 tireless trackers, that's good to know about. Molten Vortex and Reb are good to know about. Okay. Normally I would take a picture of their sideboard from here, but I also would have taken note of their hand, but I was being lazy. You've wastelanded me. We're probably going to use Pulse to get back a fetch land as a shuffle, but we'll see. If we find a Snapcaster, it's likely that it's just going to go after Wasteland, as opposed to Loam, because there's not a lot that still matters. Okay, deck is amazing. Spell Pierce is not that great here. And now if we find a Grove, we can regrow Punishing Fire and start getting card advantage in that way. Yeah, I think it's kind of interesting, like the Grixis control versus lands. Lands is like crazy favored, but I think in this deck versus lands, I think this deck is very favored. Okay. Sure. Let's draw some cards. Brainstorm. If we don't find a land, we're going to pulse back a fetch and put fetch into our hand. Sure. It's actually their draw steps that are annoying, rather than other stuff. Okay. Okay. We have several answers to that, so I'm not super worried. I'll use this. I'm pretty okay with this. And then I can brainstorm. Looking for Grove. Spellbomb also quite decent. just set up a lot of cards. And then we can, next turn we can ultimate deck, and then they're pretty far behind. That's fine. That's fine. Mm-hmm. So if they, well, they have control. They have wasteland control. So I'm not gonna try to get cute really here. I will ultimate deck, but I don't need to get cute. I should have attacked. Yeah, I'd rather not them have all those wastelands. Something you can do cool with this spell, Spellbomb, is use the card draw and then force whatever's on the stack. And so it's like if you don't know what your top card is and you don't know if you want to pitch yet, you can see an extra card before you make your decision. That's okay. I have Punishing Fire. So we will, I guess, brainstorm first. Okay, we were going to Punishing Fire with our Punishing Fire still on stack, fetch, crack the clue, so we would have access to a tireless tracker, regrow Punishing Fire. Yeah, that game was super over. Deck fade once again, showing he's real hero. Alright, GG, join me for the next one.